Today, we are going to explore the colorful and wonderfully creative world of English expressions. Idioms are these quirky phrases that don't make literal sense, but they carry a massive amount of meaning.
So our very first idiom is an absolute classic, break the ice. The definition is simply to start a friendly conversation. I mean, think about that intense social awkwardness when you're in a room full of people who just don't know each other. By stepping up and speaking, you're shattering that frozen tension so that something warm and friendly can actually flow. Take the example, he told a joke to break the ice.
That brings us to our next idiom. Hit the nail on the head, which means to say exactly the right thing. When you tell someone, you hit the nail on the head, you're saying your observation wasn't just good, it was perfectly precise.
But, what happens when a conversation goes maybe a little too far? And this brilliantly illustrates our next idiom, spill the beans, meaning to reveal a secret. So, when we look at the cautionary example, don't spill the beans about the surprise, it's a super vivid warning.
The idiom here is under the weather, and it means to feel sick or unwell. It's actually a fascinating way to describe not feeling your best. Instead of giving someone all the uncomfortable, gross details about your cold or your stomach ache, you can just drop this phrase. I'm feeling under the weather today. It is such a polite, universally understood excuse.
That brings us to cost an arm and a leg, which simply means to be very expensive. I mean, obviously you aren't actually bartering your body parts for goods and services. It's a fantastic phrase to use when you really want to emphasize just how ridiculously overpriced something is.
Which brings us to bite the bullet, to face something difficult bravely. You know a situation is going to be unpleasant, you know it's going to be tough, but you just can't avoid it anymore. I have to bite the bullet and finish my work. It's so highly relatable for those moments when you're dreading a difficult conversation or staring down a massive pile of paperwork.
Let's kick this one off with something nice and easy. The idiom is piece of cake, meaning something very easy. After biting the bullet, it is so wonderful when a challenge turns out to be surprisingly simple, kind of like eating a piece of cake. So if you're super stressed out about an exam, you sit down and suddenly realize you know every single answer, you can express that joyful relief simply, the test was a piece of cake.
Once in a blue moon. It means something that happens very rarely. Take the example, I eat fast food once in a blue moon.
A blessing in disguise. On one side, you have an event that seems bad. On the other, it turns out to be good. This idiom is all about a profound shift in perspective.
Consider this specific scenario. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise. I mean, think about how devastating losing a job feels in the moment. It's terrifying, right? But maybe being forced out of that job pushed this person to start their own successful business, or go back to school, or finally find a career they actually love. The ball is in your court. It means it's your responsibility to take the next step. Let's set up a scenario. I've made my offer, now the ball is in your court. Whether you're negotiating a business deal, trying to make weekend plans with a friend, or resolving an argument, this phrase draws a really clear line. It says, I've done my part, and now it is entirely up to you.
Now the ball is in your court. Which idiom are you going to use today? Will you break the ice with a stranger? Will you bite the bullet on a tough project? Learning a language isn't just about absorbing a bunch of definitions. It's about taking these tools and applying them immediately in the real world.